Okay, class. If I could collect everyone's pop quiz scores, please. 17. 23. 4. 4? Really? Jesus Christ. Finn, what did you get? I got 37. That's clearly a lie. The quiz is out of 30. You're lying. Again. I mean, Jesus, child. Literally yesterday you told me you'd spent your weekend playing an international volleyball tournament in Korea, which wouldn't make sense because you're 12 years old and 5'2". I like lying. I lie everywhere to everyone at all times. Now, the nerds, with their science and Pythagorean theorems, would describe me as a pathological liar, a psychiatric phenomenon characterized by a persistent pattern of habitual, often exaggerated lying, even when there is no obvious benefit. Now, when I read this, the first thing I thought was, that is a lot of big words. The second thing I thought was, oh, I do that. But I am yet to have a doctor confirm my suspicion, so for the time being, I am not crazy. But I did decide to do a little digging into my own brain to find some situations where I have told lies, for no reason. And I found a lot, actually. As a self-diagnosed pathological liar, there is no rhyme or reason to my lying. There's just a little guy in my head telling me to lie, and I can't get rid of him. The problem with lies is that they spiral. One day you're telling your mates you've started learning guitar, and 3 months later you are just strumming on stage with Ed Sheeran. That's an unfortunate choice of wording, but you get what I mean. I've told one of these spiraling lies before. Well, more than one. Like 10, too many. In the UK, you can start driving at 17. So obviously, when everyone starts turning 17, it's all they want to talk about. And having a car makes you just objectively better than other people. So like 3 weeks after my 17th birthday, this kid from my football team asks me if I've started driving. And this is the course of action my square f***ing brain decided to take. Okay, so I'm just getting word that we've been asked if we've started driving. Can I get a confirmation from Memory, please? Yes, Memory, you are live in Mission Control. Thank you, Comms. Yes, sir, I can confirm that we have not yet started driving. In fact, if my sources from Working Memory are correct, we haven't even began taking lessons. Okay, thank you, Memory. If we could get a wire over to response, please. Our message is no. I repeat, no. Yes. Why? Why did I say that? There was no need. This guy now thinks I'm driving, which doesn't seem like a problem, but it spiraled. A couple weeks later, he asked me if I've got a test booked. What did I say? Yes. A month after that, he asked me if I've passed. What did I say? Yes. Of course I did, because I'm a stupid f***ing idiot. So not only does this guy think I've started driving, he now thinks I'm a fully qualified driver. After he asked me about my test, we started talking about cars and what we wanted, and without being prompted, I told him that I was buying a car soon. What? So he asked me, oh, can you show me? And I start panicking. I open up my phone and desperately start scrolling through eBay to find a car I might be able to hypothetically afford, and I land on a 2009 dark blue Skoda Fabia with 112,000 miles. You're going up to Sunderland to get that? What? This car was in Sunderland, and we were not in Sunderland. Sunderland is 342 miles away. That's a 12-hour round trip. I just like it so much. I convinced this numbnuts that I was so set on this Skoda that I was willing to travel 684 miles to pick it up. And I kept this lie going for well over a year, and made so many excuses as to why no one had ever actually seen the Skoda. It was in the shop, or my dad's taken it on a work trip. And this went on until I actually did pass my driving test, where I sold the Skoda because it had too many problems. So the moral of the story is don't tell lies. But if you do tell lies, see them through and take it to the grave, or make a YouTube video on it. Honestly, I can't be fucked.